extra time.
কয়েকজন ভারতীয়কে দেখে মনে হলো আগে কেউ কোচিং করায়নি। মুম্বাই সিটি এফসির বিরুদ্ধে লজ্জাজনক হারের পর লাল হলুদের ভারতীয় ব্রিগেড নিয়ে এমনই বিতর্কিত মন্তব্য করেছিলেন দলেরই হেড কোচ রবি ফাউলার, যা নিয়ে অনেক জল ঘোলাও হয়েছে। আর তাই হয়তো রবিবার নর্থ ইস্ট ইউনাইটেডের বিরুদ্ধে নামার আগে সাফাই দিলেন বলবন্ত রফিকদের হেড স্যার।
Yeah, again, I think this has been taken out of context quite a lot. Look, we know social media and we know the ins and outs of the good and the bad of it. I mean, my comments were directed at my team. You know, we're obviously trying to play a certain way. My philosophy is coaching the team to the best of my knowledge and the best of my ability. And we have an intricate way of playing. You know, we have an identity, we have a philosophy. And my players haven't been coached this way before. And we're trying to implement our ways and trying to get the best out of what we've got. And it means lots of hours on the training pitch, trying to get them, fundamentally what is right for us as a team, what is right certainly for me as a manager, and getting the best out of them. So, yeah, I understand why people, take the wrong context. Look, it's not ideal, and I'm certainly not coming over disrespecting anyone. I would never ever do that. I think there is lots and lots of good players in India. Some are not great by all means. It's not me sugarcoating anything. But I think what we have established so far is, look, there is talented players. There is very, very good, technically gifted players. But players sometimes need a better understanding of the game. And that's not me being derogatory. That's me being a realist. That is me trying to better the system, if you like. That is me trying to play it to understand. It's not all about playing football with the ball. It's organising defence, talking to each other, communicating with each other all the time, being sensible with your tackles, knowing when you can tackle, knowing when you can't tackle, when you can run to, where you can to, when you can run. Sometimes standing still works. Sometimes you have to move to create space for your teammates. So understanding of the game can be better. We know that, and it's something that we are working on as a team. Now, for me going forward, if you're obviously the Indian national team, our job now is to try and get the players playing for the national team, trying to get them as good as they can be, because we want the Indian national team to be successful. And when the Indian national team is successful, that means everyone's enjoying the football. That means the ISL, the I leagues, they're all good leagues. But if we can get the players who understand the game a little bit better, that is great. And it's not something that happens overnight. It really isn't. It's something that needs to develop from grassroots football. So we can get the kids to understand the game a little bit better. Maybe future generations will find it easier to play football and understand the game a little bit better.
রবিও বুঝেছেন তার মন্তব্য নিয়ে ভারতীয় ফুটবল তোলপাড় হয়ে গিয়েছে, তাই হয়তো সাফাই দিয়ে এবার নর্থ ইস্ট ম্যাচ নিয়ে ভাবতে চাইছেন, কারণ তিনি জানেন হারের হ্যাট্রিক হলেই ফের সমালোচনার ঝড় বইবে।
I've just mentioned North East. I think they're obviously a team who are unbeaten, so they go into the game with a lot of confidence. They've got a manager who bring out the very best players. They've won a game. They drew a couple. So he's got them robust. He's got them organised. He's got them defensively solid, and it's our job to try and sort of break that down. We know it's a tough task, but it's a great challenge for our players. We've played 2 tough games. We're going to play a 3rd tough game. We know that. But most games now are going to be tough. The question or the answer to the bad penalties in every game, that's the football over here. Sometimes the refereeing standards can be better. I think we all know that. But it is what it is. Football is played, and this is why we need to get the players who understand the game a little bit more, about being sensible, going in for tackle, only winning the ball when it's 31. Maybe you contain forwards, or maybe you hold people until other people are in and around you instead of diving in. So we as a team can't afford to dive in, because obviously the team can win penalties. Not just North East, but it's any team. Any team can win penalties. So I think you have to be clever and you have to be sensible in your approach to how to defend balls into the box and runs and challenges in that area.
এদিকে ড্যানি ফক্স ও অ্যারন আমাদি এখনো পুরো ফিট নন। কবে মাঠে নামবেন সেটাও জোর দিয়ে কোচ বলতে পারছেন না। তবে কোচ কিন্তু এটা জানিয়ে দিলেন, ফক্সের অভাব কিন্তু পূরণ করতেই হবে।
Danny's a great player. You know, he comes over here with a tremendous record. We all know what type of player he is. But this is why you have squads. You know, you have squads and players can come in and maybe that player can stand up and be counted. And there's a chance for the players to sort of come in and and be that man and show everyone what they've got. So yeah, it's not ideal in terms of losing your captain, losing one of your better players. But look, it happens in football. But you have to adapt. You have to accept it. You have to move on, and there's no good crying over it. You know, we've got a game to win, and we'll be going out to try and win that game with whatever 11 we put out on the pitch. You know, we've all got to show that consistency, show that confidence of doing what's right for the shirt. You know, it's this club is huge. And players have to earn that right to get that shirt on, and when you do get that shirt on, then you've got to give everything for that badge. Now, whoever comes in for Danny Fox I'm sure will give 100% for that red and gold shirt.
তবে কোচ যাই বলুন, ড্যানি ফক্স ফিরতে ডিসেম্বর না গড়িয়ে যায়। অন্যদিকে স্ট্রাইকারও দরকার। তবে এখন সবচেয়ে বড় প্রশ্ন হলো, স্ট্রাইকার না স্টপার, কাকে নেবেন রবি ফাউলার? কোচ কিন্তু স্ট্রাইকারই চাইছেন, কারণ গোল করার যে লোকই নেই। এদিকে হাতে সময় কম, তাই দ্রুত ড্যামেজ কন্ট্রোল করতে নেমে পড়ল এসসি ইস্টবেঙ্গল টিম ম্যানেজমেন্ট। অনিল চৌহান ও মিলন সিংকে দলের সঙ্গে গোয়া যোগ দিতে বলা হয়েছে। তবে নিয়ম অনুসারে ওদেরও 14 দিনের কোয়ারেন্টাইনে থাকতে হবে, কারণ সেহনাজ সিংকে দেখে যে কোচের মোহভঙ্গ হয়েছে।
In terms of look, yeah, we want him. I think we've got to be sensible. I think we have an idea of who we can and can't bring in, but look, we have to be realistic. You know, players have got to want to come here. When we tell players they've got to come over and they've got to quarantine 2 weeks before we do anything, it's a tall ask. And obviously we have got a few phone calls out. We've got a few persons working at bringing other individuals in. Look, it's not just a striker. We have got lots and lots of things that we can discuss. But look, instead of giving teams away and obviously players away, we are as a team, working and trying to be the very best we can. And if it means bringing in someone who's right for the club, then of course we're going to be interested.
লেটেস্ট নিউজ আর এক্সক্লুসিভ ভিডিওর সঙ্গে আপডেট থাকতে এখনই সাবস্ক্রাইব করুন আমাদের ইউটিউব চ্যানেল। বেল আইকনে ক্লিক করতে ভুলবেন না যেন।